Oh, there we go. Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome, friends of Cowley College, to this historic celebration of 100 years of this wonderful educational institution. I want to commend both the theater students and the machine tooling students and just the staff at Cowley College for putting together this great stage. But in particular, our students made the numbers, the 100 numbers. So the machine tooling students did the numbers themselves, and our theater students did the pedestals that they're setting on. So we are so grateful for their support, and if any of you see them, tell them thank you. My name is Jessica Lucas, and I work in service to the college as the Government Affairs Liaison, which means you'll usually find me in Topeka, working closely with several of the folks that you're going to hear from today. Reaching 100 years of education is an incredible milestone for Cowley College, and I'm so happy to see your faces here to celebrate. As many of you know, the actual first day of class was September 12th, and the college has a host of events and activities planned for that day. So also put that on your calendar, stop by. It sounds like there's going to be quite a day of festivities. The other reason that we are called here today is also to celebrate the investment from the state of Kansas in a career and technical education center. And I think that we're going to see the rendering on the stage. But this was really a milestone opportunity for the school and is going to pose a whole new ability for Cowley College to provide an education long into the future. We do have a couple of key people with us that I want to acknowledge before we get started. On behalf of Senator Jerry Moran, Mike Zamersla, his Deputy State Director, is here. Senator Moran has been a wonderful supporter of Cowley College and the community college system, and we're grateful for his leadership and glad that you're here today. We also have Mr. Eddie Estes, who has a long history of service to the Technical Education Authority. The Technical Education Authority is part of the governing body that helps oversee community colleges and works with us in our programming. So Eddie, thank you for making the trip today. And then here on stage, we have Mayor Canyon Ginger, so thank you for being here. You don't reach 100 years of success without strong leaders, and Cowley College has certainly been richly blessed by a community of people that have dedicated themselves to supporting investments in the local community college. Those investments have resulted in life-changing educational opportunities for thousands of people, a feat made possible by the dedicated staff that have served this school for decades. And I see many faces of our staff here in the audience and want to thank all of you for your service. The work of our staff is guided by the support and direction of a dedicated group of volunteers that we know as the Cowley College Board of Trustees. We have a few of our trustees here with us today, and I want to acknowledge each of them. Board Chairman Gary Wilson, Bob McGregor, Brett Basil, and the newly elected or appointed trustee, Pastor David Stanley. So thank you so much. This dynamic group of individuals was recently charged with a big task, selecting the leader that will take Cowley College into our next 100 years. They made their decision earlier this summer, selecting Dr. Randy Smith to lead the school far into the future. Dr. Smith has certainly hit the ground running with a bold vision for how to build on the school's success and to ensure we're providing opportunities for a new generation of leaders eager to learn and live in the South Central region. Dr. Smith has been involved in higher education for more than 26 years. He has served as a faculty member, dean, vice president of academic affairs, and college president, all with an emphasis on something very near and dear to all of us, rural communities. He holds a BA in political science, an MS in emergency health services administration, and his PhD in higher education leadership. He has also completed the Educators Leadership Academy at the University of Central Oklahoma. I think one of the things most notable about Dr. Smith's service is that he is a recipient of the USDA's Lincoln Honor Award, and this is to recognize his work with rural colleges and communities. It's actually the highest award that you can receive by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Dr. Smith, we are delighted to have you here, and I'm pleased to bring you to stage now to share some remarks.
Jessica, thank you. It's great and exciting to be here with you today and to share the stage with all of our visitors. We're very grateful to have Lieutenant Governor here with us today, and look forward to hearing from him here in just a little bit. But you know, it's a blessing and a privilege to be here to celebrate Cowley's 100 years. That's an amazing accomplishment, and even more amazing, and I guess maybe a little bit pressure-filled, to be able to lead Cowley into the next 100 years. So I feel very blessed and lucky to be here. And I appreciate all of you being here with us on this historic and special occasion as we honor the work and the heritage and the legacy of those who have created and grown this amazing institution. Today we honor those who helped us become what we are today. This institution has changed thousands of lives for good and made immeasurable positive impacts across our entire region in this part of the state. None of this would have happened if it were not for the dedicated people who had gone before us. In my native culture, legacy and history are extremely valued and honored. The chief of my tribe, Chief Gary Batten, sums it up perfectly when he said this, and I quote, "The success of the Choctaw Nation is measured by the strength of our people," close quote. I would echo that statement by saying the success of Cowley College is measured by the strength of our dedicated employees. I'm grateful for those who have gone before us and paved the path and removed the obstacles so we could serve our students and communities and all of our stakeholders with excellence. The pursuit of excellence is what the employees and leaders and trustees of this institution have achieved over the first 100 years. Now it's our privilege to carry this on as we pursue excellence in the service of our students, communities, and stakeholders in this next 100 years. In my culture, as a Choctaw, history, legacy, and heritage is something we honor and treasure. Today, I hope that we all honor those who have gone before us and remember them and are grateful for the things that they have done to help us educate our students and serve our communities and to achieve what we are today. Since 1922, Cowley College has continued to grow and adapt and meet the needs of the communities and the students that we serve. Our goal is to continue this. Earlier this year, Cowley was awarded $4 million by the State Department of Commerce to construct a new career and technical education center here on campus. These funds are an incredible blessing to our college, and it will increase our ability to educate and support students, businesses, and healthcare throughout our entire region. These resources do require a one-for-one match, and we are in the process of raising this match for this critically important project, not only for our college, but most importantly, to meet the workforce demands of our region. The new building will usher in the beginning of our next 100 years as we honor those who have gone before us and allow us to progress and serve the workforce needs across our entire region. We at the college have to be the catalyst for rural workforce and economic development. It's an honor to share the stage with our Board of Trustees, our Senate Majority Leader, Larry Alley, Representative Bill Riley, and our Lieutenant Governor, David Toland. I appreciate all of you for being here on this very special day to help us celebrate. Thank you for being here, and thanks for all of you who are here to help us celebrate today. And we appreciate those who have gone before us, and we look forward to our next 100 years. Thank you for being here today.
There's a committee focused solely on higher education called the Higher Education Budget Committee. Cowley College was fortunate to have Representative Bill Riley's leadership on that committee. His commitment to the school enabled the attainment of more dollars this year in the Capital Outlay Fund. He's as engaged and informed on issues pertaining to Cowley College as a lobbyist could hope for in an elected official. Please join me in welcoming Representative Bill Riley.
Thank you, Jessica. And I do appreciate this opportunity to support the last 100 years of education at Cowley College. Just Think about that for a second. Over 200 semesters of administration and staff putting together classes and schedules, of teachers putting together curriculum. I mean, we're just looking at the tip of the iceberg of 100 years of putting together Cowley College and Cowley College students to where they are today. So, following up a little bit on what was said, I just want to add, to me, it was that 2012 Senate Bill 155, it was also known as the Excel CTE, that helped pay the tuition for high school students enrolled in career education. I think it was a turning point to today's recognition of that $4 million in matching funds to build this new technology education building. It's not on the screen anymore, but as a member of the Kansas House Committee on Higher Education, it's been an honor to see this happen. With this emphasis on employer-focused, hands-on training, it sets students on a fast track for a great career. Today we have a need to fill positions in the fields of welding and CNC, electrical, heating and cooling, sheet metal. Today we see those fields, and we are trying to be responsive to what the community needs and what industry and the community needs. But none of us know what the careers will be needed in the next decade. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 100 years, what will be needed. Cowley College in the future will need to be flexible to provide training in careers that we can't even imagine now. Also, for those adults that are in careers now, we need to be able to flex for new careers. Cowley will be flexible and an affordable solution to help make these career changes. Kansas will continue to need Cowley College trained workers, and the United States will need the work ethic and output of our Kansas workers. Go Tigers.
Thank you, Representative Riley. In the Kansas Senate, there are two key leadership roles, the Senate President and the Senate Majority Leader. The folks in these roles have considerable responsibility and influence. I suspicion most of you know this, but in case you don't, this is your civics lesson for the day. Our own Senator Larry Alley is the distinguished Majority Leader of the Kansas Senate. It's an important role that has earned him accolades for his steady leadership and thoughtful approach. He's also been a great champion for Cowley College. This year alone, he helped aid in the passing of a tax credit for donations to community colleges. For any of you looking to donate and contribute, because of his work and others, you can now have your donation to Cowley College credited to your state taxes by 60% as a result of the bill that passed. So certainly let Dr. Smith know if you're interested in knowing more about this. So we appreciate Senator Alley's leadership in Topeka, and it's an honor to have you here today.
Thank you, Jessica. Good afternoon. It is a great day to be here at Cowley College. We're here celebrating the beginning of our second century. We have a new college president, Dr. Smith, and we heard that we received additional funding to start new programs. Yeah, I'm not supposed to tell you about that. Didn't give me that instruction. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. About a year ago, I was in a meeting, and Dr. Blake Flounders, who is the chairman of the Board of Regents, was presenting a map of Kansas. And in that map, it showed the population changes in 2045 that they predict. That's just 23 short years from now. There were several areas of population growth. Those were around what they had identified the Board of Regents universities, and it was around our packing plants out in southwest Kansas. But the rest of the population, the rest of the counties showed a dramatic decline. Chautauqua County, just east of us, showed in 2045 they would lose 67% of their population. Cowley County would lose 10 to 12,000 people by 2045. That's like wiping Ark City off the map. And so I asked, I said, why is it that our universities and our area around our universities are growing, but not our community colleges? And I got a couple answers, and the two main reasons that they gave me was that we have a lack of trainable employees. And also we have a lack of affordable housing. Well, today we're here to change that. With the Career Technical and Education Center to be built on Cowley College campus, new students will be trained to fulfill the high wage and high demand positions of carpentry, construction trades, welding, electromechanical maintenance, and other high wage and high demand jobs. And with these trained students, we'll be ready to enter the second phase, and that is to build the next generation of our affordable and quality housing for our expanding workforce. This is a critical need to reverse the trend of population decline, and basically that is in our rural communities. So thanks goes out to the board. Thank you very much. Thanks for the administration, the supporting community, and for the vision to provide a solution for our continuing education and for our community's needs. So this is an investment in our future that I'm proud to support. Thank you, and as Bill said, go Tigers.
Thanks, Senator Alley. It is now my distinct honor to introduce you to our next guest, Lieutenant Governor David Toland. He has served Kansas first as Secretary of Commerce and now in dual roles as both the Secretary and our Lieutenant Governor. Under his leadership, the Kansas Department of Commerce has accelerated Kansas's business growth across the state, earning us national economic development distinctions. With that growth, though, has also provided us incredible opportunity because we do have a host of new business and existing business opportunities that desperately want to hire trained Cowley College students. The work in David's office has included the launch of the state's Office of Broadband Development, reestablishing the Kansas Main Street program, revitalizing the state's Registered Apprentice program, designing and implementing the Kansas Framework for Growth, and shepherding passage of the Apex Mega Project Bill, which led to the recruitment of the state's largest private sector investment in Kansas history, Panasonic Energy's $4 billion electric vehicle battery plant that will be in DeSoto and will utilize supply chain businesses in the supply chain all across the state. These efforts have resulted in back-to-back record-breaking years for Kansas economic growth, including 2021, where Kansas was noted for having the most private sector investment of any state in the nation on a per capita basis. Lieutenant Governor, we know this is a busy time for you. We're privileged that you're spending some time with us and look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you so much, Jessica. And you know, I have a lot of words in my title, and it gets complicated for folks. And so they've shortened it to Lieutenant Dave in some quarters. So thanks very much for having me here. I am so glad to be back in Ark City and to be here at Cowley College to celebrate. And on behalf of Governor Laura Kelly, it truly is an honor to be with our trustees, and we thank them for their leadership. We know that often in local politics it can be challenging at times, so thank you for your service. We've got our mayor here, and Kenyon, you've been such a great partner in so many things that we've done and are going to do, and so thank you very much. Senator Alley and I have worked together for nearly the 4 years that I've been in office, and I thank him for his leadership. And Representative Riley, as as Jessica said, you are a knowledgeable and thoughtful person when it comes particularly to issues of higher ed funding and making sure that institutions like Cowley College can grow and thrive and that they have the tools that they need. So thank you very much. I got to get some work done first, which is I bring a proclamation from my boss, Governor Laura Kelly, and I'd like to read that to you if I may. So, State of Kansas, proclamation by the governor to the people of Kansas, greetings. Whereas the state of Kansas is proud to acknowledge the significant milestone in the history of respected institutions that have improved the lives of our citizens and enriched the landscape of Kansas, this occasion presents such an opportunity to commemorate the centennial anniversary of Cowley County Community College and Area Vocational Technical School, now known as Cowley College. And whereas since 1922, Cowley College's commitment to each student's success in their chosen field is the force that has endured. Our desire to enrich each student's life is the passion that has sustained us through good times and bad times. From our first day to our last, we will make a positive difference in the lives of our students. And whereas, with integrity and passion, Cowley College advances its mission and vision by supporting the attainment and demonstration of life skills in the areas of critical thinking and problem solving, communications, citizenship, computation, and technology. And whereas, Cowley College is dedicated to the continual pursuit of excellence by embracing our core values, the fundamental principles that guide our actions: people, accountability, integrity, and leadership. And whereas all Kansans are proud to join in congratulating Cowley County Community College and Area Vocational Technical School, now known as Cowley College, on celebrating its 100th anniversary, looking back on a century of excellence in higher education and looking forward to many more years of success. Now, therefore, I, Laura Kelly, Governor of the State of Kansas, do hereby proclaim the day of September 12, 2022 as the 100th anniversary of Cowley College in the state of Kansas, and I urge all citizens to join in this observation done at the Capitol in Topeka under the Great Seal of the state this 12th day of September by the Governor, Laura Kelly. So that's the work part of this. Now I'd really like to talk about what this milestone means, and particularly about the importance of alignment between higher ed and our business community. I had a brief conversation with Chairman Wilson just a few minutes ago, actually. And he made the point to me that here at Cowley, the model is that you start by going to businesses and saying, what do you need, businesses? As opposed to a model which might have been more typical in the past, not necessarily here, but just in higher education, where it was, we've developed this program, hey business, don't you want this? And that model doesn't work. It's been proven not to work. And so the institutions that have embraced this approach of asking businesses first what they need and designing the programs around them, those are the ones that are going to win, and they're going to be key in accelerating our economic growth in Kansas. Workforce development is, in my mind, one of the three top issues we have in the state of Kansas. And addressing this requires us to really dig deep and find innovative solutions to this. The Career and Technical Education Center here at Cowley College is one of the pieces that is going to help us do just that. By having these new and expanded training options in carpentry and construction trades, welding, and these other high-wage, high-demand careers, we've got a chance to really bend the curve in a positive direction, not just for Cowley County and South Central Kansas, but for the state as a whole. This $4 million investment leverages funds that the state of Kansas received from the federal government through the American Rescue Plan Act, which is ARPA for short. And it really reflects a dramatic scale up of our workforce development activities that Governor Kelly has been pushing since her first day in office. And so the time to really be serious about workforce development and to get creative and do new things is right now, because we've got this new chapter that has been opened in economic development in Kansas. As Jessica said, we've had a lot of wins as a state, and the point I like to make as somebody who's a seventh generation Kansan and remembers the oil bust of the 80s and ag challenges and seeing my town, Iola, get a little smaller every year for a long time. You know, it's pretty exciting to be at a point where we are once again really growing as a state. Last year, you know, in the bio, Jessica mentioned the most investment per capita. Let me explain what that means. So there are 2 awards given to a state for economic development annually. One is for the state that has the most raw dollars invested by businesses. So the state of Texas, because it's huge, every year they win that award. They're the 800-pound gorilla. They always win. When I came into office, Governor Kelly came into office, on the per capita side, so where they adjust for your population, Kansas was number 24 in the country for new business investment per capita. That was in 2019. Last year in 2021, our little state, the state of Kansas, was number 1 in the country for new business investment per capita. As a Kansan, that's something I think we can all be proud of. But we got a lot of work to do. And this work really centers around higher education and workforce development. And to keep us on course in this work, we have what's called the Kansas Framework for Growth. It's our economic development strategic plan. And one of the key priorities there is making sure that our higher ed institutions are aligned as partners in economic development, as partners in helping businesses grow. And so we know that we have a role and a responsibility at the state to be able to provide not only the policy leadership and have that broad goal, but the dollars as well. And so that partnership with Cowley College is one that we're so excited about. We're so grateful for the local leadership here. I want to thank Dr. Smith, who is somebody that clearly understands community colleges in rural places and what it means to be successful. We didn't get to talk about this, but my wife works for Allen Community College. And so I understand very well what it means to be successful in more rural parts of the state. But let there be no question about it. You have a statewide impact through what you do here at Cowley College. What we are doing is trying to bend the curve to make sure that our kids, that we spend our money educating in the K-12 system and in our higher ed system, our vocational and technical colleges, our community colleges, our universities, that after we've made that investment, they choose to stay in Kansas, not to take everything that we've invested in them and move to Dallas or move to Denver or move to St. Louis. But we've got to make sure that we have those better economic opportunities for them here. And so with things like the Panasonic announcement and over $6 billion of economic development announcements this year, we're doing our part. Cowley College is doing its part. The business community is doing its part. And I think the future is very bright. So thank you very, very much. It's such an honor to be here. And Governor Kelly as well. Sorry she couldn't be here personally, but she sends her congratulations. Thank you.
So I asked Lieutenant Governor to come up just for a brief second. So we're really proud of Cowley College and what's accomplished, and we're really proud of our athletics program a little bit too here as well. And so we got him a shirt as a gift to thank him for coming today, and hope that he wears this across the entire state of Kansas. Even when he goes on Allen Community College campus once in a while, he can show up with his Cowley shirt. So we appreciate him coming today. Thank you very much for being here.
Go Tigers.
Thanks, everyone. Well, as we close out this historic milestone, I do want to leave everyone with one last token of something to consider and action to take. We know, all of us sitting in this room know how fantastic Cowley College is. But sometimes the community college system is still plagued by some old ideas about what it means to set foot on campus and get your degree and training from here. I hope that listening today, being aware of what our school is doing and knowing what business needs are, that you will join me and those of us on stage in letting our neighbors, your niece, your nephew, your grandkids, your own kids know that education at Cowley College is affordable, and it leads directly into jobs in the workforce that are high wage, high demand. You can get a degree here in a short period of time and be earning a good living with no debt and taking care of your family, meeting those goals around home ownership and owning your car and all of those things that matter. But we must help work to change some narratives. We're doing some great things here. There are some great careers that you can get training for, and I just invite you to join all of us in raising the awareness about what Cowley College is, all the good things that are available here, and what it means for young people and adult learners to really build out their life in the way that they've dreamed of doing. So thank you for joining us. We will have some refreshments in the right room across the hall, and look forward to visiting with all of you there and continuing our celebration.